What is going on, world? What's up, everyone? It's Zero here. Today I'm bringing you guys a brand new Starcraft 2 video. This one is between two players on the WCS Pro Circuit, spawning here in the bottom left-hand corner of Eastwatch LE, playing with the red Protoss pieces. He's currently up in this series and wants to keep this series rolling in his favor. His name is Neeb. And his opponent, spawning the top right-hand corner of the map, playing with the blue Zerg pieces. He's currently down in this series, but certainly not out of it just yet. His name is Elazer. So, guys and girls, I am extremely excited about this game because this series in particular, which is a best of 5 series, is absolutely has been absolutely brilliant and a lot of fun to watch between both of these players. This series was played at the WCS in Leipzig, was the quarterfinal of, or one of the quarterfinals of that tournament. And both these players are playing like it's a quarterfinal, that is for sure. They are playing very, very well, playing pretty safe overall, and giving each other a lot of respect. I will be interested to see what both these players decide to do here in game number 4, though, as Neeb did kind of take over game number 3 by, you know, the Colossus switch was incredible, very well played. But as we talk about this game, looks like we're going, Neeb is going to go for the gateway, and then of course into the assimilator, and then of course the natural nexus. Whereas on the opposite side, it seems like we're going to get a hatch gas pool opener out of Elazer, but he is going to get the natural hatchery, which is going to be the gold base. And it looks like Neeb is already sniffing this one out. He's going to see exactly what's going on early on in this game. It's kind of like a, really guys, when you think of StarCraft 2 nowadays, it is a series of chess moves, and it's really a series of mind games as well, wherever you can get an advantage and try to get a somewhat of an edge over your opponent is definitely the name of the game. That being said, as I said, that hatch gas pool opener for Elazer is going to be coming, and we're also going to see the Zergling speed upgrade being researched right now. We're also going to see the warp gate research coming in for Neeb. So both players getting very standard, of course the most standard upgrades of both these races, and then we're going to see the Twilight Council coming in now for Neeb. And I'm wondering if we're going to see any types of aggression from either of these players, or if we're just going to see overall, if we're going to see more so of a standard macro focus game by each player. Should be interesting to say the least, and we're sure to find out here relatively shortly. That said, the gold base is now being mined, and we're going to see an economic boost for Elazer, who's also going to go ahead and get that third hatchery down at this point. Now, Neeb, of course, scouted and confirmed that the gold base was going to be up and running here relatively shortly. So we're going to see a couple more gateways coming in now. As I said, we have the Twilight Council here. Resonating Glaives is being researched out of that Twilight Council. But both players are giving each other a lot of respect already in this game. You know, we got a little handful of Zerglings here and there. Elazer's trying to see if there's any kind of proxy Stargates or anything along those lines. And then we're also going to see the Baneling Nest. So here we go. A little bit of a change up, and I like this a lot. Going for the Baneling Nest for Elazer. He's kind of switching up his build order just a little bit, because he's been really focused more so on getting the Hydralisk Den out, as well as, of course, the Roach Warren, and kind of going for a little bit of a different type of build order. And now he's changing it up, which I like that decision a lot. Switch it up a little bit. Change up the build orders. Try to throw your opponent off at any moment or at any point as best you can. More and more Zerglings are being added to this army composition. But overall, guys, nothing too out of the ordinary as of yet for either one of these players. Now, the Zerglings are going to be moving into the natural base expansion. Another Zergling run by this. This beautiful play here by Elazer. Exactly what he needed to do at the right time. He's going to go ahead and move up into the main base location. He's going to try to probably get a couple more of these a couple more of these probe kills, and this could hurt a little bit for our red Protoss player as these Zerglings are moving across the map. I'm not sure why all these probes moved up to the main base location. I'm not sure exactly the reason for that, but Neeb is losing a lot of these probes at this point, and it's a beautiful play. It's a beautiful scout for Elazer. And now Neeb is going to have to make some decision making. He's going to have to decide on what he wants to do at this point in the game. This gap here was definitely a mistake by Neeb, not being able to really wall that off, or not walling it off, I should say, with at least a couple of his units. And now the lair is morphed in, and it looks like now Neeb is going to go for somewhat of a counter attack, most likely after the gold base location, I would assume, to try to put on some aggression. We're seeing more and more Zerglings are going to be coming in, as well as Banelings. The Hydralisk Den is being followed up here as well, and then we're going to see some Phoenixes coming out of the Stargate that has been created by Neeb, as well as those +1 upgrades. These Zerglings are going to try to get the surround on some of these Adepts. They are going to shade before they are able to take critical amounts of losses. But that said, Elazer's playing this thing absolutely brilliantly right now. Splitting up his army in a few different directions, and now Neeb really has to figure out what he wants to do very quickly, because now we have Hydralisks that are going to be coming out onto the playing field as well, and the longer this game goes, Elazer is going to be in a substantially, beneficial place versus his opponent, even though the supplies are pretty much dead even at this point. It's again, there is no denying that Neeb is behind, and he has got to start making some moves, and it looks like he's going to try to do that exactly at this point. Try to do a little bit of some micro with those Adepts, trying to being a little bit indecisive of what he wants to do, and it looks like he is going to go ahead and once again back off against his unit composition. Now, we have a decent amount of Phoenixes out. 4 Phoenixes are out in total. And I like this decision a lot. More and more Phoenixes are going to be coming in. So the question that remains now is what is going to be the response here by our Zerg player. It looks like the Zerg player is trying to figure out what he should do, as a lot of these units are starting to move in. The pickup micro is going to be beautiful on those Banelings. And I think right now Neeb needs to be pushing in as quickly as possible. Now, you don't want to lose all of these, a lot of these Phoenixes right at this point, but it looks like the Adepts are going to start moving into that gold base, and this would be a massive pickup if he's able to get this gold base location. Beautiful Baneling hits though, and it looks like they're going to try to get this around, which is with all of these Hydralisks as well as these Banelings. Some of these Adepts are getting a lot of value though. Beautiful play as he's going to shade into that main base location. Neeb is everywhere. He's trying to even up the score at this point, and I think he might be doing just that. He is going to go ahead and pick up that Queen, and these Adepts are going to do as much damage as possible. You do not want to lose all of these Adepts really easily though, and it looks like some of those Adepts are getting some value, and these Phoenixes are absolutely doing so much damage, getting a lot of kills on some of those on a lot of those Overlords. Beautiful play there. Really supply blocking Elazer, and I think actually, guys, now that we're looking at this, it seems to me that Elazer and Neeb are pretty close to being dead even. The Phoenix switch has been absolutely brilliant by Neeb. The Phoenix switch really, I think, kind of threw Elazer off a little bit, and now he can pick up a lot of these units, which is exactly what he's about to do. But it looks like Elazer once again is going to start moving in now with some of these Hydras, as well as a lot of Banelings. So it looks like Elazer has had enough. It looks like he wants to go ahead and start taking out a lot of this unit composition. He's going to go after a lot of those Phoenixes. You do not want to lose a lot of these Phoenixes for free. He is going to go ahead and pick up a lot of them, but some of them are starting to get taken out. I do not know if I like this decision by our Protoss player. He lost a lot of those Phoenixes. The Baneling hits are huge, getting a lot of kills. GG is called, and somehow, some way, Elazer is able to hold on, get some free kills on some Phoenixes, and evens up the score. I hope you guys did enjoy this game between Elazer and Neeb, and if you guys did, leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, stay positive, and as always, I'll see you guys all in the next one. Peace.